not attempt to adjust your dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla.
You know what it is, man. I stay in the zone. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live on a busy, hot, and humid Monday here in the Midwest. 95 degrees. Heat index feels like it's 105 outside. So if you're working in this, please be careful. Stay hydrated. Get in some shade every now and then. Take yourself as many breaks as you need to take so you stay healthy. You got small pets, get them out and get them back inside where it's nice and cool. Also, you too, stay in the house where it's nice and cool. Last segment, we talked about the Lakers. They picked up DeAndre Ayton. I don't know. That's not an upgrade. That is seriously not an upgrade. That dude is bad. He's beyond bad. So then we talked some Ben McLemore. He's been convicted of rape. We go deep into the accounts of that night. Also, was he railroaded? Did he get a fair trial? Find out what we think about that. Pivoted from that, we talk about Sean Combs. We've got puffy derangement syndrome right now. Apparently, the Illuminati is involved with P. Diddy getting off, and Trump, however, is going to pardon P. Diddy. I don't even know if Trump is even watching this. It doesn't make any sense. He's never even addressed this publicly, but the crazy is out there. Humpty Dumpty. Then you have Santa and the Easter Bunny and the Leprechaun from St. Patrick's Day. They all played a part in Diddy beating the case. I'm not going there. Listen. We're going to talk some Lonzo Ball in Cleveland. Going to get into that. But first, we're going to go ahead and break out a rap album. It's your boy Big Vern. Give me a beat.
Bum, bum, bum. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. We got another rap album we pushing this month. J.I.D. GDLU, the Prelux EP in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. A personal favorite on the track is Behold and Lisa. Wow, that whole track is crazy. And then New Better and Eminem and Animals Part 2. That is so bar heavy. It will blow your mind. I cannot wait for the new JID to drop, but I will take JDLU, the Prelux, right now because it's probably one of the best projects this summer. Make sure you go get it. Yeah, shout out to JID. Make sure you go ahead and get the LP. We thought it was all at the Prelux. I can't wait till his album drops. He's dope on top of dope. So, Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball has just been moved to Cleveland. Now, was this the sneaky good trade a lot of people didn't really focus on? I only bring that up because, yeah, he missed 2 full seasons due to knee issues, and last year he played only 35 games in his comeback. But this is a risk that's very low with high reward. There's absolutely a chance Ball isn't as healthy enough to help them win when it counts, but even if he's half of what he used to be, Cleveland can still be very dangerous. Because when Ball was on, he averaged 22.2 points a game. And I'll be honest with you, he hasn't played back-to-back. He's been hurt. He's had some issues. But if you're able to hit him up in load management and the Cavs are able to go ahead and disguise him coming off the bench, they could be very dangerous in the Eastern Conference. Again, that's what I thought when I heard he was traded to the Cavs. And people have to go ahead and let this LeVar Ball baggage go because most of these guys ain't got a dad. There's a large percentage of men who have daddy issues. So when you see a strong father like LeVar Ball who believes in his boys and stands by his boys and he puts himself out there, you have no criticism of Lonzo or LaMelo. You don't. You don't have any criticisms of Lonzo or LaMelo because they don't say anything. And that's how I know that the criticism of these guys is fake. You want to run at his dad. You want to run at their father, who's been nothing but a stand-up husband and a guy who believes in his kids 10 toes down. Why is that a problem when you look like me in America? I'll wait. Because we can go sport to sport and we can point out the fathers and we can point out the hate. That's how crazy this is. You want to go to boxing, look at Bill and Devin Haney. Devin doesn't say anything publicly. He's a nice kid. He's steadfast in his faith, and all he does is want to fight the best. Bill is out here. He works for his son. He believes in his son at 100%. He does everything that a father's supposed to do for his son. But you got a problem with Bill. Here it is, Dion. Dion believes in Shador at 100%. Goes to the wall for his kids. And then you use fake things to come at your son. You use fake things to come at his son about. Shador doesn't say anything. He just smiles at you. Because he knows who you are and he sees you for what you are. But that's a problem and that bothers sports media. Back to the program. So Lonzo, like I said, if he's one half of what he used to be, the Cavs are still a very dangerous team that they can make it to the playoffs. They can even make it to the NBA Finals, dare I say, because Ty Jerome, he was the same way. Now, despite Ty Jerome, he was coming off the bench in a six-man capacity. He was even a contender for six-man of the year. And he played fewer games and he played less minutes than Lonzo Ball. But they don't talk about this. They don't talk about this because they can't, or they won't, or they're just here to mislead you. Again, it's what everybody does. You come to my page for real content, and then people try to spin it and do reactions and take everything. All I'm saying is pay homage. I'm the best in the world. I'm convinced of that. Now, Cleveland, they will lose Ty Jerome because they're well above a second apron team. And they can't resign him, so it's more likely that they're going to go ahead and trade him, and which makes the $10 million this year worth it, because what Cleveland gave up didn't make sense to a lot of people. Didn't make sense to me, and I tell you what, we'll go ahead and look at what they gave up when we get back on the other side of the content. It's your boy Big Vern. Give me a beat. Bum, bum, bum. It's your boy Big Vern, coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. We got another rap album we pushing this month. Smoke DZA, On My Way to Berlin, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it's Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the LP is For FIF and Broadway. Ooh, my goodness, that song in Spaceships with Mike and Keys. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. That's crazy. Then him and Dave East with Check. That, oh my, I'm a check. Oh wow, that whole setup, just everything, the schemes, the double entendres, them dudes is wild on the mic. Then Crimson, LV, Constructs, and Fourth Rope Heels. Woo. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 is my song. 10 out of 10 is my song. And an 11-11 with Dom Kennedy. Smoke DZA is playing no games. This LP On My Way to Berlin, trust me. Once you play, just let it play. Let it play. You're going to get there. It's your boy Big Vern. Holla at us. Yo, shout out to Smoke DZA. I enjoyed it. On My Way to Berlin. Make sure y'all go ahead and get that one. Hot summer, hot beats. What more? Well, y'all get it all from us, man. Y'all get it all. So when we last left off, we were talking about what the Cleveland Cavaliers gained when they got Lonzo Ball and what they lost when they shipped out Okoro to Chicago. Now, Chicago is desperate. I don't know who's in the front office, but at this point, they're just making mindless trades on jelly beans and talent. Because Lonzo Ball, his salary of $10 million through 2026 and 2027, it's not guaranteed. And the team has an option. So again, they have a window that they're trying to go ahead and chase this championship, and they believe that Lonzo could be a pivotal piece, and they look at him as an upgrade better than Ty Jerome. And it's mainly because of the chaos that he's able to produce when they push the pace. We'll get into that here in a second. As for Okoro, 11 million of his salary is fully guaranteed. And so Chicago is now stuck with a weak jump shooter and a shaky defender on the wings that they have to pony up and give this dude 11 million for the next 2 years. Who made this deal? Who made this deal? The good folks of Cook County. Y'all need to open the door and go jab smack that dude, because he don't know what the hell he's doing, or he doesn't know basic math. You take the pick. And again, Cleveland gets two important things with Ball that Jerome lacked. The first is a stellar all-around defender. The second is more important for Cleveland. It's transition brilliance. The Cavaliers, they ranked 10th in pace last season and 19th in fast break points and 28th in passes per game. Ball will add chaos to this, as he will speed them up and give Cleveland that added dimension that they didn't have last year. That's why they lost to the Pacers. Before that series even started, I was telling people that Cleveland was tailor-made for the Pacers, because they could not play up-tempo because they were one of the worst teams last year doing it. They had a good record. They had one of the best records in the Eastern Conference, but it was at their terms. They would slow the ball down. They would get you in the half court, and they could dissect you on backdoor cuts, up screens, pick and pops, pick and rolls, dick and dunks. You name it, the Cavs could beat you like that. Now, when you add Ball into the mix, they can now run the floor. They can now spread. And he doesn't have to be a full-time starter. He doesn't need a majority of minutes. He can come in and fit that same role that Ty Jerome did for less money, and it's a huge upside. And if it doesn't work out, okay, Cleveland has an out the following year in the player option. So not only is the money guaranteed, they don't have to guarantee to keep him. So you can see why the Cleveland Cavaliers, they have a small window. They're trying to maximize, bring in names and talent to get them to the NBA Finals. Now, Chicago, I don't know what's going on there. Y'all ain't getting ready to go ahead and do nothing. And I don't know why y'all acting like y'all don't need Josh Giddey, because y'all need to bring that dude back. He a free agent. He ain't found a home to go to yet. Pretty soon, summer league's going to die down, and you're going to need to go ahead and start getting guys into mini camp sometime soon. I want to say around mid-August. Y'all got to make a decision. And that thing is turned to an abject failure. But right now, with Tyrese Halliburton on the shelf and Indiana just lost Miles Turner, there is a guy they can pick up, and Indiana would be right back in the finals. We'll go ahead and cover that here a little later on. But the Knicks, they have Mike Brown. That's not going to work out. That's not going to work out at all. That thing's going to crash and burn. Jason Tatum, he's out for the season as well, just like Halliburton, nursing a torn Achilles. The Bucks, I don't think that Doc Rivers can coach this team to a championship. That's going to get them into the second round where they will be graciously eliminated. I don't know what Atlanta's going to do. Do you invest in Ricochet? Because right now, if they don't move Trae Young by December, they're just forced to actually let him go for nothing, because he's going to be a free agent the summer of 2026. And if he turns down any kind of extension offer, I don't know what you do with that. And Atlanta is nowhere close to being in the playoffs. Atlanta is nowhere close to being in the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't know what you do with Detroit. Very young, JB Bickerstaff. Could they be a thorn in the side of Cleveland? They could, but I know they want to run it back, and they want they lick back with New York. Orlando's a very good team out there. Paolo Banchero and Wagner, those dudes are crazy. And now you just got Desmond Bane in the mix. Which, side note, man, Desmond Bane, stop shitting on Memphis, bro. You taking shots like that, that's low class, bro. They gave you a shot when nobody else would. They drafted you. They saw the talent that you could amass, and then they try to make a 1-2 punch out of you with Ja. And then when Ja got hurt, they looked for Jaren Jackson and you to kind of carry the franchise, and that couldn't happen. But stop taking shots at them. That's uncalled for. Cleveland fans, let me know what you think. Y'all know the drill. Again, if you are listening to this pod, get in the comments. Let us know, did we get it right? What did we leave out? This is Big Vern. We talk back. We'll be back. Top of the hour.